Hi, and this is part 3 of finding the gradient. Last lesson, we looked at the gradient and we learnt that gradient is a measure of how steep a line is, and we were also using the formula height over horizontal, and we had noticed that instead of using G for gradient, we use M. Something else that we looked at last time was if we have a line, we'd call that line AB, and therefore it might well be that when we're talking about the gradient, we would write M for gradient, the gradient for the line AB is, and we would work that out. Okay, so something else we found was that we have positive gradients if you go from the left and it's going up the way. We have negative gradients if we start at the left and it's going down the way. A zero gradient is when it's flat, it has no gradient because it's flat. And the one that we mentioned, but again, we're not going to be looking at this one in any detail at the moment, is that a straight up and down line is undefined. Okay, on the other slides, we have been given either two coordinates or there's at least been points marked onto the diagram to help us to find the height and the horizontal distance, okay? So I'm just going to have a wee look at this. Some people find it really hard to decide what to choose. Now, all we need is 2 points, okay? Now, I could choose this one down here, okay? Now, the thing about this one here is I actually know what its coordinate is. I would go along to -4 and I would go down to -5. Okay, right? Whereas, say, it wouldn't be a very good idea to pick this point here because it's along to -2 and a bit more, and it's down to -1 and a bit more. So that's really not a good point to pick. Okay, so get rid of that one. Okay, now the best thing to do is to look for ones that cross over the grid lines, okay, where the grid lines are crossing over. So this is the bit that people find really tricky. Now, there's more than 2 coordinates that we can pick for this as well. I've just noticed another one, along to -2 and down to -1. There's one there. Again, starting from the origin, I can go straight up to 3. Along from there, where would the next one be? Along 2 and up 3. There's another one there. Okay, so there's more than one. I can see another one. They're all popping up now. Along 1 and up 5. There's another one there. So you can find lots of coordinates that have whole numbers to them, okay? And I think that's the bit that's quite important here, is finding ones that have whole numbers. So I'm just going to pick 2 of these. Okay, just pick 2 of them and draw my triangle in. Okay, so remember we come along the grid lines and then up the grid lines. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces up the way. That's my height. And along the way, 2 spaces, which makes a horizontal distance of 2. Okay. Right, now remembering that line between the 4 and the 2 means divide. Can I do 4 divided by 2? Yes, I can. That gives us a gradient of 2. Okay, now I'm going to do this one again. I'm going to choose 2 different points. I should still get a gradient of 2. I'm going to choose that point there. That's -3 and then -3. And then again, looking for more whole number ones, along to -2 and down to -1. Okay, see that one there? Along 1 and up 2 there. Okay, so slightly different numbers. Now, I'm going to rub this bit out, but I'm going to bear in mind that I had an answer of 2 a minute ago. So hopefully when we do this next one, we'll get 2 again. So remember to do height, 2 spaces, horizontal, 1 space. Again, remembering that this line between the 2 and the 1 is a divide line. Can you do 2 divided by 1? 2 sweets shared out between one person, that one person gets all 2 sweets. And that was what we had last time. Yeah, we got 2 for the gradient last time, and we've got 2 for the gradient again. So what I'm trying to show you here is it doesn't matter which 2 points you pick, that line has the same gradient all the way up and down it. Okay, so whichever 2 points you pick, you should get a gradient of 2. But remember to stick with ones that are giving us whole number coordinates. So don't choose anything like that one there. It's along to -2 and a bit, but I don't know exactly what it is. Okay. Okay, next example. So again, I'm looking for whole number coordinates. Along to -6 and up 1. If I just go along the x-axis, no. Along to -3 and down to -1, there's another one. If I just start at the origin and go down, yeah, there's one there at -3. I think I've got an idea of what's happening now. Okay, I can actually join these up, look, along 3, down 2, along 3, down 2, along 3, down 2. Again, proving that all the way along a straight line, the gradient will be the same all the way along because it's going 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Okay, now I'm just going to work with one of these triangles. So let's have a look. What's the height of this triangle? Okay, so remember height is up and down the way. 2 spaces, 2, horizontal, along the way, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and there's something I've nearly missed. Can you spot what I almost forgot with this one? Starting from the left-hand side, this is going down the way. So for this one, we have a minus gradient. Okay, so this one has a gradient of minus. I'm going to rub this out and just tidy it up a little bit. So I've got my equal sign, leave a space, put your minus sign in, and then the 2/3. Okay, just going to go back and check this first one. If I start at the left hand side, I'm going up the way. So I was right enough that that first one was positive. Okay, so be careful because you can see I nearly forgot it there as well. Okay, in this slide, we don't have axes, we still have the grid lines, okay? Now, the important thing that we're looking for this time is, see these points, right, where the lines are crossing over each other. So I'm just speaking about the grid lines, okay? I'm only going to be using these points when I'm working with my gradient, okay? I'm not going to pick one that's in the middle of a square somewhere, okay? So I am going to try and tidy up, it's not rubbing out now. I'm going to go up to the green line here and I'm going to see if I can find a point there. So I'm going to come up the green line. Oh, there's one there, look. Okay, and then if I come a little bit further up, oh, there's another one there. If I keep carrying on up, there's another one there. Now remember, to find the gradient, I only need 2 points. Okay, so I'm just going to use 2 of these to get my triangle there. Okay, so if I come across to my formula over here, m for gradient is height divided by horizontal. Okay, so I need to look for the height. 1, 2. Pop that into my formula. And the horizontal distance, it goes 3 along, 2 over 3. Okay, now we start at the left hand side and move along, it is going up the way. Okay, so it's definitely a positive gradient for that one. Right, next one, I'm going to do this red line next. So I'm going to come along this red line. Oh, there's a place where it crosses there. There's another one there. If I keep going along, there's another one there. Again, remember, I only need to use 2 of these. I'm just showing you where all of those ones are. Okay, so Let's put a triangle in between two of those points. Okay, so height, 1, 2, 3. Okay, remember I'm counting the spaces, 3 spaces. So across to my formula with my 3,